Are there any thought processes connected with the fear? In other words, what are the thought processes occurring in your mind as you produce the fear? While fear and anxiety, which is a form of fear, many have it in the background, and I would say there's always some measure of fear, even when you're not conscious of it. If you are totally identified with the egoic mind, you will have fear, if only in the background, and it can come out in different forms. It may express itself as anger. If you look closely at anger, often hidden underneath is a touch of fear. And so, if there is fear, of course, the first step is to acknowledge it. Of course, the question that arises is, what are the thoughts that your mind is producing while you're feeling the fear? Could it be that there are thoughts that you think habitually that are producing the fear? Could it be that you are constantly projecting yourself into the future and into the next moment and trying to control what is uncontrollable? Or are you creating an imaginary scenario of loss and suffering? And often in our minds and our thought activity, we create scenarios that may never happen. Often the actual situation may be easier to face than the one in your mind because you cannot do anything. There's no action you can take to remedy a situation in your mind except to stop thinking it. But when an actual situation arises, you face it and you take the necessary steps to solve it. So you need to see whether your mind is creating the fear by thinking fearful thoughts, by projecting itself into the future. And if this is the case, then you can say, oh, so I'm creating this because my body cannot tell the difference between an actual event that is happening outside and what my mind is producing. So if your mind is thinking critical thoughts, your body believes it and says to itself, I am being threatened right here, right now. Your body doesn't know the difference. It does not know that the danger is not in the room and that the threatening presence is in your thoughts. The body will always react in the same way. And if this truly is the case, then you need to tackle the thought, for they will cause the fear. But how does one tackle the thought? It is by realizing the futility and choosing to step out. And what do you do to step out? First, you stop believing your mind, which tells you you cannot step out. And take a conscious breath and put your attention on the energy fields of your body. Make a conscious choice to remove your attention from thinking. And you might have to be really alert in order to do it. You could be immersed in a mind stream that is so powerful that you cannot even come out. Sometimes the mind stream has such a strong vibrational pull that it is impossible to come out of it, but at least you know that that is what is happening. There is a state where you cannot help yourself yet, but at least there is a beginning of a disidentification from it.